Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. In this video, we're going to review SuperCoach EPL as well as Fantasy Premier League for Game Week 11 of the 2025-26 season. So as usual, we'll talk SuperCoach EPL first. So this week we scored 91, which is a little bit lower than what we have been scoring. But we're still good enough for top 8% of the round and did see us move up 800 spots, almost 900 spots. So, just outside the top 3,000 now. So, green arrows is always nice. And also a couple of league wins there is pretty tidy as well. If we have a look at the team this week as we get the confetti. So, we had Sanchez in goal, one of our trade-ins this week. He scored 10 points, which was great to see. Reece James was just a 1-point return. I'll be honest, I haven't really looked too closely at it. I think I saw a headline that basically pointed to the fact Liverpool lost, and I kind of cracked it and didn't really look this week. We'll go to week 11 just to confirm that. Yeah, 3-0. Great. Didn't want to say it anyway. Cucurella though with 12 was nice. Calafiori with 6. So Chelsea got a clean sheet. So maybe James came off the bench or something. What happened there? Let's have a look. Might be on the chopping block with a break even of 17 I just saw. 13 minutes, might have gone off injured. Fair enough. Van de Ven on the bench with 3 and Truffaut with a -2. So I think we made the right call, just got unlucky with an injury. Midfield, pretty solid. Declan Rice we brought in 8 points. Bruno Fernandes 11. Minte with 6 is okay. Bowen with 4 is baseline. And then Simons still leaking cash, which is unfortunate. Don't really see a way out. And then up front, so Haaland only getting a 7 despite Man City scoring 3. So I don't know who scored the goals. We'll find out soon enough. Pedro, though, with 14. Very handy return there. So in the game day, so in the first league, got a win over Scumbags United, Katrina's team. So I forget which format it's in. Katrina's doing really well, but it wouldn't appear that EPL is the one. Quite Arsenal heavy. So Saka was good with a 15. Eze with 5 was and then Saliba and Raya not doing much on the defensive end. Captain Salah, so that didn't work out. Had Foden in the midfield, so that's okay. But yeah, missing a couple like Reinders and Isak, and a couple of other cheapies on the bench. So maybe not a lot of room to manoeuvre there in terms of playing options. But having a look through the league, might have actually got top score. Unreal. So not a single 100. Tough week, guys. So in the second league, a little bit closer. Vert's Nightmare. Julian's team with a 75. It definitely has been a bit of a nightmare for the German wizard to start his time at Anfield. But Julian had Fernandes and Saka double digits, which is nice. Had Cucurella as well, which is handy. But again, another one missing a player, so no goalkeeper. I guess you would have got a 0 for Raya anyway. Yeah, don't know. Thought maybe tried to take the VC or something, but not. Don't know. Just a 0 from the goalkeeper. Okay. Yeah. But I can see in this league I've been pipped with a 92, a 93. There we go. Finally a ton. A Cameron shake and bake with a 104. So Captain Fernandez, well done. Nice pick. Had Cucurella and Sanchez. Had Burma as well with the 12-pointer. Had Pedro. So between Man United and Chelsea, Cameron well set this week. Another one who's a big 4 believer with Arsenal, Man City. I've just realised just the 4 teams. No Liverpool, which is a bit flat, but you got the chocolates this week, mate. So what do I know? Let's have a look at the players that did score all the points this week that seemingly no one had. So Tiago from Brentford with a 25-point return, which is well done to the 5%. Gusto, so I'm guessing he came on for Reece James and scored a 25. That is very impressive. Let's have a look to confirm that based on minutes. Yeah, 77. That matches up, all for 15. I think we have to, it's going to be a like for like trade, I reckon. Just take advantage of any cash coming our way. Martinez in goal with 22. Well done if you're on him. Not too poddish as well. 5-3-5. So definitely pods, but well owned. But then Keane, Ganacho, less than 1%. Um, Interested in Ganacho moving to the Chelsea. I didn't really hear about it, to be fair. And then looks like yeah, he come off the bench once and now looks like maybe established himself in the team. 7 mil for a forward of his potential. I don't hate it. um, Luca Dean and Nana both did well for Villa as well. So Villa cleaned up. I'll have to go back and look at their score, but obviously it was quite good. Um, Doku and O'Reilly's been a really interesting one. Sounds like he is the form man at Man City from a little piece I saw on him. So yeah, don't know too much about him, but well done to the 130 on him. Neto got in amongst the scoring as well. Ballard, the Rocks and Diamonds continues another diamond this week. Um, After that, I don't think there's anything else too surprising there. Lots of good scores though, but just differentials at best. On the break even side of things, so Gomez, another 12-point return. So made 2.3 mil this week. Still got a negative 20 break even. You'd love to see it. Gusto, as I said, 25 this week, negative 15. Yeah, he's definitely a target for me this week. Pedro's got a nice break even, so I think a few more will be joining me and owning him this week. Um, Verbruggen, if you're looking for a cheapish goalkeepers, reset his cash gen. Um, so he started pretty low too, 3.7. Was he not the number one last year? Don't know what's happened there, but so no, so that's the round. That's not the season. So dipped, but he's risen. Well done, legend. O'Reilly's still got some good cash to make if you like him. Uh, Kadioglu, cheap defender from Brighton, wing back, so does have that attacking upside. Dewsbury Hall's got another little cash rise. Might have dipped a bit to be fair, but he's back. Ganacho, I just don't know if I got like. I'm not trading Pedro, obviously. I'm not trading Haaland. Am I trading Salah for Ganacho? Big question there. Mamadashvili making money despite Liverpool being rubbish. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, in terms of trades this week, obviously we've got the international break, so no games until the 22nd, Australian time. That is. Yeah, it's probably Friday night over there, isn't it? Oh no, it's Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so it is the 22nd everywhere. Don't worry about me. With Burnley and Chelsea. So a good opportunity if you're keen for the VC loop to go Pedro. Where does Man City sit? So late game against Newcastle, Liverpool against Forest. So maybe Salah's a chance too if you're that way inclined. Um, so yes, we're not trading them. Midfield. So I've got a bit of cash. So what if we do the James trade first? James out. Gusto like for like. You'd imagine that while James is injured, Gusto will be the man there. So we can lock that one in. 6.2 mil. So I guess what that allows us to do as well is we can finally get rid of Simmons, who's not doing it for us. It gives us 10.8 to spend. So based on average and points, we can look at a Gravenberg or a Caicedo. Getting those sort of guys back in the team. Grealish against Man United, probably not as easy a fixture as it used to be. Um, Mendy still pretty solid at 8 mil. It's just a matter of which way do you want to go. And I think just because we've got a fair bit of Chelsea coverage in particular, I'm probably leaning towards Gravenberg. Also a bit more of a differential. So I'm going to plug him in. So nice little upgrade. I think we did sell him for about 11, so we've sort of capitalised a couple mil with two trades. But it does give us the option now. We could look at five in the midfield. So we could go back to the classic 2-5-3 formation. that is pretty wild when you look at it on paper. Um, but with Chelsea playing against Burnley this week, I think we want both of them. Arsenal against Tottenham, so the North London derby. I mean, there is an opportunity to bench Calafiori this week for that one. But I think Arsenal's going pretty good. So let's have a look. So yeah, the front three I think all have great chances. Liverpool against Forest is it's not as good as it used to be with Ange in charge, but yeah, don't hate it. Um, Man City away Newcastle, so could you bench Haaland? I'm not that game. Um, so we're looking midfield. Um, Bowen away to Bournemouth. Minter at home to Brentford, we probably prefer. Man United against Everton at home, so Fernandez is a good shout. So yeah, so I think it's going to be Bowen. So if we go back to a 3-4-3, a little bit more sensible, bring in Gusto. Very heavy on Chelsea defense, I've just realised, but why not? They're cheap and they're going all right. Bowen on the bench, so that's pretty much what we wanted. Pedro is the vice captain in the early game. And yeah, if you're sort of up late enough at night, you can get out of Haaland. I guess I can't. Well, the problem is I'd have to use Trafford, but I can't slip him in with Sanchez playing. So I probably won't use the loophole. Most schools are going to be asleep anyway, but that's the strategy. On to FPL this week, and so I guess a bit low scoring as well with a 41. Um, I think I'm slightly green arrows this week. Yep. So, just inside the top 4 mil, I'll take it. Um, got the Bravker and goal, 2 points. Yeah. Kelleher didn't do any better, so that's fine. Munoz, Kukurea both returning in defense, which is nice. Um, Haaland with a return, I'm guessing that was an assist. I know, so he scored a goal. He missed a penalty. Okay, that's where he's lost some points. Pedro returning. Voldemar he's got an assist, surely. Yep, sweet. Um, so yeah, so five. So nice returns from our forwards. Not much on our bench, so I think we did everything right. Why did Semenya not score? Just missed a penalty as well. Weak for missing penalties. um, but if we have a look at the league, gone up, which is a good sign. But yeah, got the win over Loxov, Red Devils FC. Only a 27 this week. So, yeah, other than Haaland's goal, not a lot to speak of, which is a bit flat. Um, and, about the same spot overall. So, just not your week. Unlucky Lux. I guess that's the shortened version of your name. I don't really know. It's a different one. But yeah, not high scoring across the league. Looks like a 62 for Akash this week. Unlucky Ali. Um, Top scoring. So Dan Ballard, owner, well done for that. VC'd Saka, who ended up being his captain because Gyökeres missed. There you go. That's a twist in the tail there. So bit of luck never hurt anyone. And Burmo with the 7 is nice as well. So some good returns there. Man City fan too, so you'll be stoked about him, Burmo, doing the business. Um, I guess we'll quickly talk about transfers. We have 5-3 transfers, so we've probably got to at least use one this week. And with Kudus currently flagged, I think there's definitely one booked in with trading him. Um, after that, I don't know. We've got 2 weeks to think about it, so chances are I'll probably lean towards doing another video next Friday-ish with the preview just to go through the trades, given that I've got so many of them in the bank. Um, but I guess just for the purpose of this one, so if we trade Curtis, we've got 6.7 to spend, so we can't get to Rice. Could go with Caicedo, 6 mil. And Dye's actually been going okay at 6.6, I think he is now. 6.6, yeah. Um, so he started off decent with a couple of goals. So he scored, what, 4 goals and assists this season. That's okay. Gravenberg, we could just go all in on him at 5.6. Um, I know another trade we had to do was probably Reinders out as well. So actually, how much? I reckon he might be fairly cheap in this format. But let's have. Oh, so O'Reilly's actually a defender at 4.9. That's interesting. Hmm. Playing midfield, so we like that. Um, but yeah, we're not looking there for a trade. So who would be our defender trade out? I guess just looking at it, probably Senesi. Unless what's Porro's fixture like after Arsenal? Um, it's not the worst. So let's do that trade. And then we still need a couple of midfielders. So we've got 12 mil to spend. So if we go back, does that free us up? We could look at Rice. If we bring in Rice, what's that? 5.3, which doesn't give us a great deal of options. Got Cullen at Burnley, Granit Xhaka. Is he the penalty man there? Um, so goal and assist off 0.4. It's got to go. I don't think he is taking penalties. If he was, that'd be an interesting shout. Or we just miss out on Zubamendi. That's a bit flat. 0.1 off. Um, so yeah, a couple of guys just out of our price range there doing okay. Yeah, so I guess it's a Cullen or a Shaka. So let's have a look at Cullen. So he's 2 goals and an assist, and Shaka's a goal and 4 assists. What about can you see defensive contributions? So the midfielders need 12, I think. So he would have scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's Cullen. And then Shaka. Oh, I was looking at the wrong column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess with the added assists as well as the defensive contributions, yeah, 3 assists. So would be leaning towards Shaka. So something like that. What's it give us? We're back to point two. So we're pretty much back to where we started. So it'll just be O'Reilly's basically a 1-for-1 swap with Senesi, same price, and then Reinders and Curtis become Rice and Shaka, which I don't hate. Um, I've got point two to spend, so I don't think the plan is I'm not going to lock these trades in just yet. Going to have a bit more of a think. Obviously, see some injury reports over the international break. as much as I can. Obviously, not the closest follower of FPL, but it's just a bit of fun in the off season, isn't it? So yeah, we might come back and sort of lock in these trades, but I am thinking of using three. Obviously, if there's an injury, we've got scope for a couple more. Um, and yeah, I think we can sort of go from there. But yeah, those are the thoughts on FPL and Supercoach going into this week. Obviously, with Supercoach, I did lock in those trades, but they are reversible, so no stress there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and like I said, probably come back next week and do a bit of a round 12 preview, or game week 12 preview, I should say. But we'll wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the FPL content. Subscribe for all of the Supercoach content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.